Good morning, I'm Katie Stahl and this is your PHS News Today for Wednesday, April 16th. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes will meet at the Ritz this Friday at 6:45 a.m. Today is speech contest. All students will report to their first period class for attendance and announcements. As soon as announcements are over, the intercom will release speech contest participants to their assigned rooms. Round 2 will begin when all of the judges have returned their rubrics for Round 1 to the library. Students should stay in their assigned room until Round 2 is over. Please be respectful today, all participants, and most of all, good luck. Attention students, scheduling your classes for next school year is going on right now. Be sure to check out this video so you don't miss any important information.
Scheduling is happening to prepare students for the fall of 2014. The guidance department must determine schedules for each student individually. We wanted to take a look at what's happening behind the scenes.
Well, Mr. Crowder and I have already started to go into classrooms and work on scheduling with students. We go into each grade level classroom and start talking with students about next year. In classrooms, we did English classrooms for 7th and 8th grade, and we're doing biology for 9th grade. And then I'm not sure where Mr. Crowder is going, but other classrooms and other grade levels. I bring all the materials with me when I come into the classroom, and for 7th and 8th grade, it's basically just circling the classes that you want. And but in 8th grade, we do a 4-year plan, so we are looking at grades 9 through 12 when we sit down and do that, but you have to take it home and you have to get it signed and talk with your parents about your schedule as well.
Besides the core classes like math and English, make sure you sign up for your elective classes.
Of course, making sure you're listing electives that are the primary ones that you would like to see, plus alternatives. I can't stress that enough because every year we have some students who are very good about filling out a 7-period schedule, but then they refuse to put any alternatives down. And if you don't put an alternative down, we don't know what to put you in instead. And on top of that, just making sure you're listening so that you understand what electives we do offer, because sometimes students will put down courses that we don't even offer here. And so just make sure that you're going off of the courses that we have and make sure you list enough alternatives that you're happy with. That way you'll get in as many things as you can that you actually want to be in.
Mrs. Curley is bringing in many new classes for the upcoming school year. Here are some of the options that will be available.
We are adding some classes, so there may be some new classes coming up that we get to talk with students about, but we're still working on that.
When you have to make schedules for every student in the school, many things can go wrong. I'll hand it over to Mr. Crowder to give us a little insight.
With scheduling, of course, probably the primary thing that can go wrong is that one, students either don't tell us enough classes to put into a schedule, or they tell us too many classes that don't necessarily fit into a schedule. And then on the other side is the students who don't turn in a schedule at all. And in those cases, we do have to just kind of select what we can select for them. And so it's always just a big suggestion when we're in classes talking about scheduling, just do exactly what we say. Make sure you fill out a 7-period schedule, give us some alternatives, and then we'll work from there. Just make sure you follow our timelines and our deadlines. I mean, when a class is full, and so the sooner you get that schedule back to us, the better. I know we've started with some junior high classrooms and getting schedules put together. We're going to start in high school classes here pretty soon, so as soon as we get those out, get them back to us as soon as you can.
Students, if you haven't already, get your schedules in as soon as possible. Scheduling classes for over 700 students is a big job, so do your part and be as clear as possible. But scheduling means it's the end of the year. Back to you in the studio.
In other high school news, sign up for the senior trip will begin earlier than once announced. Students can sign up in Mrs. Brewster's room starting today. Please see Mrs. Brewster if you have any questions. The date for the trip is set for Saturday, May 17th. Students will leave from the back of the high school at 7 a.m. and will return to Paoli at approximately 7 p.m. Cost of the trip is $45, which includes the ticket and transportation. Money is due by April 30th, but you will need to bring additional money for the food on the day of the trip. The high school tennis teams will be selling t-shirts for the Smash Cancer Invitational at Jasper in May. The shirts are being sold in honor of Denise Franklin, and they will be gold to represent appendix cancer. Half of the proceeds from the sales will go to cancer research. Shirts are $10 and can be purchased from any tennis player in the office until tomorrow, Wednesday, April 16th. Already thinking about lunch? Here's what the cafeteria is serving up today. And in junior high news, Junior High Morp will take place on April 25th. Tickets will be sold at lunch until April 24th. Tickets are $4 each and must be purchased before the dance. Seniors, college is just around the corner. Be sure to check out these scholarship opportunities. Looking for a forecast? Here's Trey Yother with your weather report.
Thank you, Katie. As you can see, we are in the clear for right now with no rain, except for in the bottom corner, but that's not going to hit us. And we're not supposed to get any rain later in the day. On your weather today, your high today is 56 degrees. On your weather tonight, your low is 38 degrees. And I am giving today a 3 again because I got to work again. On your weather this week, on Thursday, you've got a high of 66 and a low of 44. On Friday, you've got a high of 67 and a low of 40. Back to you, Katie.
I'm Katie Stahl, and that's your PHS News Today. Have a great day.